What I'd like to talk to you about now is probably, in my opinion, is the second most important step of our system. I talked about prospecting as being the number one. You need to have people to talk to. But if you have people to talk to, but you don't know how to talk to them, that can pose to be a big problem as well. So approach and contact is a tricky one, in my opinion. And there are different philosophies amongst many different other leaders in the company, and that's all okay. But what I want to talk to you about is simply this, is that it's important for you to know the words of the business. And what exactly does that mean? Well, I guess you'd better know how you're going to approach the people on your list. Now, there are some philosophies where the approach is very, very scripted, and there are some people where it's not as scripted as others. And I want to tell you, I don't believe there's a right or a wrong. I think that whatever works for you is okay. But I want to kind of make sure that you're well aware of this. If you have no idea how you're going to approach and talk to people about WFG, about the business, who we are, what we do, your chances of success are not very good. And therefore, it's very, very important that you sit down with your field trainer, or you sit down with a senior marketing director, or you sit down with some leadership and say, listen, I've got all these people that I can go and talk to, but I need some coaching, I need some mentoring on how I should approach these particular individuals. And in my experience, I could have a list of 25 people, and I won't approach everyone exactly the same way. A lot sometimes depends on how well I know them, depends on their age possibly, depends on maybe their existing career. It can depend on a whole bunch of things, which again is why I remember sitting down with new recruits at the beginning, and we would take their top 25, and I'd say, tell me something about each one of these people. And then I would be able to obviously coach them and mentor them on how to approach certain individuals. And there's a lot of times, in a lot of cases, where really the field trainer is probably the one who should probably control the point of contact. But I don't believe that that's the case every single time. So again, prospecting being so important, but then knowing how to approach and contact these people is extremely important. Obviously, once you become good at it, then guess what? You will duplicate that process with the people that you bring into the business and you train. So approach and contact is nearly as important as prospecting. Prospecting is you have to have people you can talk to, but then you need to know how to talk to them. What exactly you're going to say, how you're going to say it. And if you get those two things down pat, your chances of success at WFG is going to go through the roof. So those are the two things that you need to work on. And yet, interestingly enough, it is the two steps that most people spend the least amount of time working on. They would rather work on everything else that we do, but these are the most important two steps. So having said that, get good at the words.